Gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. But it's going to be second down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you...
Gronkowski's going to go! Touchdown, Tampa Bay! A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run on first down. Swift. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Right there.
Hey, high 7.
Watch a slap. Watch a slap. Watch a slap.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Trubisky. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
They go play action here on first down. He completes it to Evans. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Newman. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Gronkowski, the intended target. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
After the interception, here's Trubisky. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Vincent Smith, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Hey, Echo!
Right there. 54, right there.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Lawrence Guy able to record his 5th sack of the season. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Hey, Delta.
45. Mike, 45. Oh, here we go. Oh, 45 is the mic. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Ran, Tom.
Screen. Watch the screen.
Here's Trubisky to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Go, go.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54.
18.
Watch the slap.
On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play. And the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So on 4th down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. Tyler Irvin back deep. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 7. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And the Bucks are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Derrick Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter, because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay. A 1st down carry for Henry. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
It's easy work.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. On first down, Swift. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. It's caught. Smith. It's a big play there for the Lions. And even 40 yards for an offense that has not found the end zone yet. That's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Prater for the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bucks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the scores. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Malik Jefferson.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Off-play action. Newman. Open man, Gronkowski complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. He finds his target. It's Evans. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And he's got this down to the 35. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, it's Henry. And he's got some space here. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucks have taken the lead. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And his throw is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there. 76 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point good by Prater. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Throwing to start the drive. Newman. And an alley to run. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. They'll run on first down. Swift. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Alert! Bravo!
45.
Now Trubisky to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, box truck.
Now it's Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Newman. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
To throw on 3rd down, Newman. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 36. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took advantage of the young man right there.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Airing it out deep for Smith. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Now Trubisky. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right now. Check 52.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Go! 180!
Mike 4. Coming to you.
Ran, go!
54. Mike 54.
Ran, go! Hey, orbit! Hey, if you kill him,
On 3rd down, Trubisky. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
54 Mike. Blue dead.
Alert! Hey, exit! Check Mike 54! Mike 54!
Let's get this ball back for the
Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. Johnson's got it complete. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
Let's go!
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now it's Trubisky. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken short. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Looking to throw. Newman. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. Newman airing this one out for Evans. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 5. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 47 yards on the ground. Right back to him on first down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On first down, Swift. They find some open field here. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up first and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
Alpha. 54. Mike 54. Hey, pick your head.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
After the sack, they come up on third and goal from the 18.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Trubisky will throw. That is caught at the 7. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That time 12 yards on the pass play, but still shy of where they needed to go. Fourth and goal. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag, and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Throwing again on second and 10. Newman. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Looking to throw. Newman. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like...
And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 25, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Gronkowski, the intended receiver. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
At the 36-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go, V, let's go. Hey, alert. Get there.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring.
Joker.
They'll run on first down. Swift. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Check Mike 45. Not here. 45. Ran.
Hey, Mike 7.
Rush in.
Ran.
On 2nd down now, Swift. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Lock in.
They'll try the left side. Swift. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it with Johnson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll try the left side. Swift. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Last stop. Last stop.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
45 is the mic.
Pick me up. Here we go. Take 4. Take 4.
Go, go, go.
Here's Trubisky. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. That's going left, and Prater missed it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
Check those teams. Check those teams.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Newman. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike's 59.
Throwing again, Newman. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Tracy Walker. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. 56 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Prater for the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Back to the air on 2nd down. Newman, he's good. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Tracy Walker. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted. but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And Walker has it. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Yeah, and here we go again.
Hey, ball. X3, 218, chop.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Oh, Trubisky going to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
The Packers are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. The Saints are now on the clock. The Rams are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Colts are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Lions are now on the clock. The Redskins are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock. The Buccaneers are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Buccaneers are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Redskins are now on the clock. The Lions are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Colts are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Rams are now on the clock. The Saints are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. The Saints are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock. The Colts are now on the clock. The Lions are now on the clock. The Chiefs are now on the clock. The Redskins are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock. The Buccaneers are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Buccaneers are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Redskins are now on the clock. The Chiefs are now on the clock. The Lions are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Colts are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Rams are now on the clock. The Saints are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock.